How much responsibility do YouTube creators have for the actions of their viewers? What's up, live viewers? How is everybody doing today? I hope you are having a good day. All right. So yes, what is the responsibility of a YouTube creator? Let's talk about it, shall we? All right. So now, companies often use influencers to promote their products. That's right. So all you gotta do is you gotta get one of them Jenner kids. Yeah, all you gotta do is get on Instagram and put up a post. This is what I use, and yeah, whatever that product is, it's sold out in no time. We all know that it is true. It's a fact. Now, do they really use the product? Most likely not. Is it a good product? Who knows? And depending on the level of popularity or influence, how much gets paid to that influencer. It's basically the modern day form of advertisement. Yeah. Why pay for ads when all you gotta do is you can just pay some influencer, whatever that is, to just show your product on Instagram or something like that, and bada bing, bada boom, your product has sold out in no time. All right. Now, do these influencers have responsibility to tell the truth? If you buy a product and it's junk, is it the paid influencer's fault or the person who made the product? All right. Now let's talk about YouTubers. Now, one could say that the number of subscribers you have, the more influence you have. That's why some creators get tons of products to sell. You know, they get a bunch of free stuff and they say, here, and talk about it, and, we'll give you some money. And you get to keep the stuff. While others get deals to promote things like VPNs or, web page builders and so on. Now, do these tubers have a responsibility to use the free products first and then give you an honest opinion? Well, what I'd like you to do is, why don't you leave me a comment below? What do you think? Do you think that these people should actually use the products before they talk about them? Or, hey, they're just getting paid to hold it up and shake it around. So what's your opinion? Should they use it first or just show it? Because, hey, that's what they're getting paid for, right? Okay. Now, what about the middle of the road channels? The channels with large audiences, but they're not the ones that get that million views every video. People, they're not that kind of people. What responsibility do they have? Now, with the recent Dave 2D or Tony 3D or whatever he's calling himself now. Yeah, when all that madness went down, and then with the even more recent stuff with Carolyn's RV life, with that incident, how responsible are they for what they say, and more importantly, the actions of others? So, for instance, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm sure just about everybody knows by now that now Dave 2D or Tony 3D or whatever he is, this dude, he does roasts. He finds these RVers that he thinks are fake, and they're getting paid to, they live in a condo, then they come out to their van, they make videos, and then they go live their life. But he calls them out and he bashes them or roasts anyway. But there was an incident where there was somebody he was roasting. They met their own demise, and people were saying it's his fault. It's not his fault. He had nothing to do with it. He had something to do with it. He might have not been part of it, but he pushed over to it. Anyway, what is his responsibility in all this? it's one of those questions. And then next, Carolyn's RV life. Now, she just recently had a video where she went to a garage, got ripped off, as she said. So she made a video. She described what she did, getting ripped off. And she said that, hey, boom. After that, the garage got all kinds of threats and this and that and bombarded with all kinds of things. And then she made another video saying, don't do that and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so that is what I'm speaking of, which kind of got me to thinking about all this stuff. It's like, how responsible are people? So, how responsible is any creator for what the followers do? Is Carolyn to blame for what crazed people with too much time on their hands say or do? If a YouTuber makes a video to either, get retribution for being wronged by a company or to warn others, maybe, are they responsible for the actions of their viewers? Now, while I'm talking about this reminds me of an incident with RV Miles. They had an incident in an RV park, and they made a video about a very, very bad experience that they had. Now, after the video, we had people that started to call and harass the people at the office of the RV park. They left horrible reviews on Yelp and all kinds of other sites. Now, RV Miles made a video saying, please stop and take down the bogus reviews. But did people listen? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe you just got to let it run its course. But was it their fault in the first place? Is the next question. Now, another thing I'll say is, there's a recent thing that's been happening kind of around here in the Blind Views forum here. Now, if someone attends one of my live streams and has issues or has made hate videos about someone, is it my responsibility to go to every person that they pissed off and apologize because I allow them in my stream? Where is the responsibility line drawn? Now, sure, there is the ethical aspect. Well, you're not required to. It's like a thing. It's not the law. You don't have to, but a normal person with feelings, they would do things different. And there are those that will use a product before reviewing it. And they'll say, hey, I got this a month ago and I used it and so far, And there are those that will not name a business when they're telling their little horrible service stories and so on. They might say it was, Walmart, but they won't tell the store off of, Route 14 down the road. Yeah, they won't go that far. So there are different varying aspects of all this. So I'm not saying everybody's bad, but still. Some people say, hey, this is what it says I can do, so I will do this because I can get away with it. While others, they have that ethical side and go, okay, I don't have to do this, but I will do this anyway. Then we have the people that they'll make hate channels so they can profit off of building an army of people that will dig into someone's life relentlessly. Yeah. Now, these folks, they hide behind the justification of informing and enlightening people of the horrible people they claim to be the internet do-gooders. And yes, there are many of them out there. There are many, many, many out there. Now, do these very popular hate channels have a responsibility for the mob frenzy they whip up? Could they use their resources to find and break up, trafficking rings instead of harassing old ladies or fat people? How much responsibility does the overall public have? Now, come on. After all, they're the ones that dictate what most creators do. YouTubers do what makes them the most money. Rainbows and sunshine get far less attention than daggers and doxing. That's right. So, with all that being said, here's what I think. Now, the government gave Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and the like a pass. That's right. YouTube is not responsible for what I post. It all comes down to me. Therefore, in my eyes, that same forgiveness should flow downhill. If YouTube cannot be held responsible for my actions on their platform, I should not be held responsible for the actions of my viewers. Now, unless I say, go, do, dig, probe, poke, harass, I have no way of controlling what anyone does after my video ends. Again, tell me, what do you think? Tell me below in the comments. Now, I have no influence over anyone's actions other than mine and maybe my children. Well, we try anyway, right? No sports figure, music person, actor, or any celebrity of any kind should have influence over your mind. If they do, it's very sad. And you have bigger problems than what perfume to buy, what shoes to wear, or what stupid little TikTok trend that you should be following. So what I have to say is this. It's real simple. We'll close it with this. Now, all you have to do is pretty simply just go ahead and try something new. I know it's not the popular thing to do, but think for yourself and stop being influenced by stupid people with dollar signs in their eyes. You don't have to agree with me, but this is Blind Views, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.